Welcome back to another stormy afternoon on the Dzeeff channel, and I wasn't actually going to make a video talking about this new structure deck that got leaked a few days ago. However, every single time I've done a live stream since this structure deck has been announced, pretty much the entire chat is just asking me repeatedly, like every 5 minutes, what do I think of these new Blue Eyes cards? What do I think of these new Blue Eyes cards? Do I think they're going to break the game? And I thought I should make a video addressing these comments so that you can stop asking me in the live streams. Not that I don't like questions. It's just that when I answer the same questions over and over again, it gets kind of repetitive. So I thought I'd just make a video, put it all out there. What do I think about these new structure deck Blue Eyes cards? In summary, if you don't want to watch the analysis, I do not actually think these cards are very good. I cautiously say that because obviously I have been wrong in the past at sort of analyzing Duel Links metagame trends. However, I think that these cards have the same issue that Mermails do, and I'll kind of let's talk about that. So first off, what are they getting? Well, they're getting Blue Eyes Style Dragon, which just came out in the TCG, very good card, well, okay card. Dragon Spirit of White, which has been a staple card in every single Blue Eyes deck since it came out, and Bingo Machine Go, which is really powerful. I mean, this card's currently $40 in the TCG. Obviously, a couple things play into that, and mainly the fact that it's so short printed. And then you have like Rider the Stormwinds, which is kind of interesting. You have Cosmo Brain, which I almost think is good enough to play in a Blue Eyes deck. Not quite sure on that one. I wish this card was like level 8. It'd be so much better. In the TCG, it's pretty cool to play in Dark Magician, but in this game, I would rather have this card level 8 so you can play with like the Blue Eyes stuff. Anyway, that's the cards you're getting. I don't think these cards are very good, and the reason that I don't think they're good isn't because like these cards independently aren't very good. It's just that they don't have like a deck to go into. If we think about the video from a couple days ago, how to actually review Yu-Gi-Oh cards, many of these don't really meet the criteria of those 4 things that I mentioned. Specifically, all these cards are like really hard to summon. There aren't really a lot of great ways to summon Blue Eyes monsters in Duel Links. Yes, there's Kaiba Man, and yes, we just got that new level 1 tuner that it tributes itself or another effect monster to special summon a guy from your hand, but that's like a -1 effect. Kaiba Man's a -1 effect. You have Ancient Rules, -1 effect. You're only talking about -1 effects. I don't think there's a single... Unless I'm like missing something, like there's Silver's Cry, but then you have to like set up somehow like a Blue Eyes in Graveyard. Maybe you can play like with that Grasslook Screener, but that's like once again you're making like a Saki strategy that's inconsistent and sometimes goes off but doesn't always go off, which means that it's not usually going to be, that's not really going to be a meta contender if it's like so hit or miss, kind of like the Gem Knight deck in this game. So you just have all these like independently good cards, but beyond the fact that they're hard to summon, I think the level 1 tuners for Blue Eyes and just in general in this game are just garbage. Like this card is terrible, like it's not good at all. And then you have the 2 level 1 tuners that they gave us in the recent set, the first 5Ds pack. Those ones are both really bad. I think that when we look at all the Blue Eyes cards, when you ask me like which ones are the best ones, like it's mainly just Silver's Cry and then like nothing else. Like these cards aren't that good without the other Blue Eyes support. There's no alternative in this game. There's no Sage in this game. There's no Maiden in this game. I don't think these Blue Eyes cards are going to be impactful. I don't think that it's that crazy to say that. Yes, I know people really want synchros to be good, and I want synchros to be good too, but this isn't the way to do it. It's still, all these combos are just so, they're all minuses. They're either -1s or -2s, and they're all disruptible. Like, just for example, like, if you have Ancient Rules, Special Summon Blue Eyes, and then you normal summon like a level 1 tuner, like Rider the Stormwinds. So at this point, your opponent can flip Treacherous Trap Hole and destroy both monsters, and now you've lost everything. You've lost your normal summon, you've taken a -2 overall, your opponent's lost a card, you've lost 3 cards, the 2 monsters, and the Ancient Rules you activated, and also you're just dead next turn because Duel Links is so full of OTK strategies. And also, Treacherous Trap Hole is the most played card in the entire game, but more importantly, your opponent could just have a random card like plays out Canadia. That just totally screws up the thing. You just book a Moona guy and then you're just stuck with 1 monster and 1 monster face down. That's really bad, and it's just these combos that Konami's making with synchro summoning to push the mechanic are just not very good, and that's okay. Like, they don't have to be that good out of the gate. But clearly now, looking back on that video I made it like a week and a half ago now, or 2 weeks ago. How long have been? I think like 2 weeks ago, right? Or 1 week ago? I have no idea. The video that I made talking about that synchros sort of failed to launch, I think we can look at that now and really see, for all the naysayers that were like, oh, they give them a couple weeks or whatever, clearly this mechanic is not being pushed hard enough for Konami to actually like give us good cards. Like, they just don't want to do it. More importantly though, I look at this structure deck, and all the comments I got about it before I even looked at the list were, how do you feel about the new Blue Eyes support? Is this going to break Blue Eyes? Specifically talking about like Bingo Machine Go, which isn't that good in this game because nothing good to search out with it. And I got no messages about the Heretics, and I actually think these 3 Heretic cards are going to like make an entire deck archetype. I mean, I'm probably exaggerating here, but I think like I'm going to buy the structure deck just to play Heretics. I don't know if people just... They're not as flashy. Like, I'll admit that. Like, these 3 cards are not as flashy as Bingo Machine Go or Dragon Spirit of White or Blue Eyes Solid Dragon, but they're much better. Like, they're like, okay, hear me out. So if you don't know what the Heretics do, first of all, we have Heretic Dragon of Esset. I know there's some Heretics in this game already. We'll talk about those in a second, but this one is like the main one. So you're going to normal summon it, and that normal summon without tributing. And then these other 2 Heretics, Sue and Nepthet, I don't know how to pronounce that at all. Both of those guys have the same effect that lets you tribute a Heretic to special summon them from the hand. That might seem like a -1, and it is initially, but all 3 of these Heretics have the same effect, where if they're tributed, you special summon a normal dragon from your hand, deck, or graveyard, and make its attack and defense 0. So you can see the combo here is summon Esset, and then either special summon Sue or Nepthet by tributing it while getting a level or a normal dragon from your hand, deck, or graveyard. And that might not seem that powerful, but hear me out here. So the main reason these cards are so good, to me at least, is because you can summon Galaxy Serpent, which is a level 2 light normal dragon tuner monster, and that sets up, in the case of special summoning Sue, a level 8 synchro monster, or in the case of summoning Nepthet, a level 7 synchro monster. More importantly here, we're talking about Stardust Dragon and Black Rose Dragon, and you can play both in the same deck, because you can pull Stardust Dragon from a pack, and you can play Akiza and play Black Rose Dragon. And it sucks that you have to play Akiza specifically to have the Black Rose Dragon, but it's still possible, and I'm really looking at this as like, that seems like a good combo. But more importantly, the Sue and Nepthet also have additional effects that let you tribute cards to blow up cards. In the case of Nepthet, it's monsters. In the case of Sue, it's back row. So you can see here how it's different from the Blue Eyes, because in this combo, you're applying pressure by blowing up your opponent's cards before you make the synchro summon, and that's really strong, and they just keep digging for more advantage. I don't know if Watt Till Dragon, I guess I can just look up if Watt Till Dragon is in Duel Links real quick. I have the Heretics pulled up here, but I am kind of curious if there's a Watt Till Dragon, because that'll... Yeah, so there's Watt Till Dragon as well. So if I'm building a Heretic deck, I'm going to play 1 Watt Till Dragon, I'm going to play 1 Galaxy Serpent. I guess I can show you Galaxy Serpent as well, just in case you didn't know what it was. This card right here. So this is, you have this card and you have Watt Till Dragon. So if you can special summon Sue, that you can summon the Galaxy Serpent, and then if you have another Heretic in hand, you can tribute that Heretic, pop a back row, and then summon the Watt Till Dragon, make a Stardust Dragon, and you have Stardust Dragon Sue. First off, that's more than 4,000 damage, your opponent's dead. Second off, you pop the back row. Third off, you have a Stardust Dragon on board, which is really powerful. But I think what's really cool, and that I kind of brought up the other Heretics, and not all of these are that good, there's only like 2 of them I focus on. First off, we have Heretic Seal from the Ashes, very good card for sort of gaining advantage. You can put back banished Heretic monsters, you can mill Heretic monsters, seems pretty good. But more importantly, we have Heretic Dragon of Asar or whatever. So you can special summon this card from your hand by banishing 1 light dragon type monster and 1 dragon type normal monster from your graveyard. If its face-up card would be destroyed, you can tribute. It doesn't really, that part doesn't really matter. I mean, it has a protection effect, but what you're doing here, and what I see the combo being, is you're summoning your Nepthet after by tributing the Esset, summoning Galaxy Serpent, making a Black Rose Dragon, clearing the whole board, and then summoning this by banishing 1 of the Heretics in the Galaxy Serpent, attacking for 2,600. That seems really good to me. Like, clearing the whole... There aren't board clears in Duel Links. Like, there's Hey Trunade, which is a temporary solution, and there's like individual clear cards, or like try to pull only kills monsters. But Black Rose Dragon, I feel, is very viable in Duel Links. It's just there isn't a deck that wants to play it. And yes, I know there's like the downside. By playing Black Rose Dragon, by playing Akiza, you have to have Copy Plant in your deck, and that definitely... I mean, that sucks. Like, that honestly just sucks. But, I mean, what can you do? The other card that I was thinking about, Heretic Seal of Supremacy. This card isn't that good in the TCG, and it kind of falls in the same category of Ancient Rules. However, I feel like it might be worth playing like 1 copy just for consistency reasons. Sometimes you'll draw all high-level Heretics, and you won't draw your Esset to normal summon, so this card can get you out of those situations. I don't know if you're going to play That Grass Looks Greener in this deck. That combos really nicely with this card, and maybe even you could play this guy. I don't think this one's actually that good, because you don't really want to play that many Dragon-type normal monsters, but it's a possibility. So what I'm trying to show you guys is that even though like these new cards are good, like just to go back to them here, even though these cards are like good and interesting. Like, I think that we really have to, when we're looking at the synchro summoning mechanic in Duel Links, you really have to think of not what do the synchro monsters do when they're already on the board. Like, yes, Stardust Dragon is an excellent counter to Treacherous Trap Pull, but you have to be thinking of, well, how hard is it to get those on the board? How consistent is it to get those on the board? And are there forms of disruption that can stop me before I get those on the board? And so far, it seems like Heretics, I mean, I'll just say, I think Heretics are the best synchro summoning archetype in the Duel Links metagame, and there aren't a lot of competition. Like, there aren't a lot of other decks out there that actually synchro summon very well, so I don't think it's like that hard to be the best synchro summon deck, but I think that Heretics in general are just going to be a really big sleeper hit going forward. So let me know what you guys think. I know I kind of rambled there for a little bit, but I really do have a lot of hype for these Heretics. I think they're going to be powerful. I do not think these Blue Eyes cards are going to be very good. I'm sorry to all people that are excited for them. You certainly can play Blue Eyes at the lower ranks if you want to, but as far as like higher ranks go, I think we want to be looking towards more powerful and consistent strategies, possibly Heretics, possibly just the same old metagame that we've been playing for 3 months straight. But anyway, I will see you guys later. Thank you so much for watching. Goodbye.